about that other essential of military life, food? The High Command knew that without good food, no battles would be won at all. And that's why the Brits were actually provided with a pretty generous diet. Bacon here, some corned beef, quarter of a loaf of bread, cheese, a load of vegetables, some mustard, and last but not least, each day the men were issued with 2 big tablespoons full of rum. This is the wash kit roll here. Now, they wouldn't have tended to use the knife and fork when they're up in the front line. They just used the spoon to shovel everything in. But they would have used the razor. They had to shave every single day, no matter what, except their top lips. Soldiers in World War I had to wear a moustache, if they could grow one. But back to food. At the start of the war, how did enemy rations compare? Bring on the heavy artillery, meat and potatoes. In 1914, Brits enjoyed more meat than the Germans. We're not talking juicy steaks exactly, but you could make a nice hearty stew. Better than some of the soldiers have been used to back home. But over the course of the war, more and more meat was of the tin variety. Too much could lead to indigestion, diarrhea, and vomiting. Nice. In the Battle of the Carbs, the Germans were the clear winners. Although at least the British soldier had something to put on his bread. But as the war continued, resources became scarce, and in Germany especially, there was a crippling shortage of food. For the soldiers, the daily ration dwindled until by 1918, all a German soldier might eat was turnip stew, served with turnip bread. Each side had an arsenal of condiments, but probably of more interest to the soldier in his trench was exactly how much alcohol he could look forward to each day. The Germans were given generous rations of alcohol and tobacco to enjoy, easily more than the British soldier, but at least he had some cheese. Party on. So who wins? At the start of the war, in terms of calories, the British soldier is the clear victor, with almost 1,000 more than his enemy. But given that generous booze allowance, perhaps the German soldier wasn't too bothered. The British generals knew that food, just like proper boots, uniforms and rifles, was absolutely vital if they wanted to win World War I. And the reason they knew that was because Britain had been involved in a lot of fighting over the previous generation, particularly during the Boer War in South Africa. They'd learned from their mistakes so that by 1914, food and their equipment was fit for purpose. I get another one right, Sarge?